Oh my lord, we're live. Make sure camera is close to Wi-Fi signal source for more reliable streaming experience. I can't change anything else? Can't read chat? If I go to my YouTube channel, I'm streaming from, this is weird, this whole setup is interesting. If I go to my YouTube channel, then what? Type in Odo. Because I can't read chat right now. Hold. What? I can't search anything. Am I actually live right now? I'm being lied to. How in the universe? Live. Leviathan and Impaler hunting. What is, I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to make some eggs. I'll be right back. This is ridiculous. Technology is so complex. Okay, there's a chat. Maybe you can hear me. What is, I'm sorry for, just give me a second. Cooking eggs. I don't know how any of this works, but it's kind of cool actually. Stream is correct. Okay, save. No hunting. I'll be hunting. What does the stream say? Okay, I fixed it. I'll be playing the game momentarily. Well, I'm gonna eat first, go for a walk. This is kind of sick. We finally we got mobility. I can't show you my whole kitchen. It's kind of messy. It's not ideal. Slight problem. This is the cord from my phone, right? It goes this far. I can't place it anywhere. I also can't read chat. Oh, I lied. Can you all hear me? I click the stream. I can't enter the stream. What? We have a new problem. I could route the chat to my TV and read it from here. I can't do that right now though. Dude, no, we were so close. This is my first time doing this. I spent like $1,000. I spent $1,000 on the Osmo Pocket 3 to try it out. My brother, he basically encouraged me to do that, so he's a bad influence. This is interesting stuff. I could dangle the phone, but that seems sketchy. I figured I may as well try and see how it works. Go from there. Right now to read chat, I have to go to my computer. I can't make it big enough to see. I see it moving. I just can't read from here. Darn. Yeah, but peep this though. Wait. Oh shit! I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know how to turn it off. But yeah, we got some mobility in this piece. Y'all seeing me in a quality that I don't think that I'm built for right now. I need better self-care. I have a wait. We can use a creatine. Hey, I figured it out. Phone's on the creatine. It helps you in way more way. Yo, stop showing them my dirty house. What are we doing out here? Okay, and then I turn it off, and then, wait, how do you, look down. It's supposed to show the stove. Look, how are you supposed to? I'm gonna go read chat real quick. This stuff is wild. Join to your face 2 inches away from the camera. Oh, am I too close? Does the audio sound good? Is it true that you're Doe human in disguise? No. My name is Douglas. Just kidding. Yeah, how do you get the camera to go down? I can lower the tripod, but that kind of defeats the purpose. There has to be a way to maneuver it that I am not privy to. Gimbal locked disabled. What? If y'all hear noises, I'm sorry. Whatever. Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and start this anyway. I'm moving the, oh my God. Okay, new plan. What the flip? I can't even rotate it downwards. Gimbal centered, okay. Aim down. Gimbal recentered, I don't want that. What is that? I should have read the manual or something. What if I zoom? Oh, see, that's crazy. But then when I put my phone, dude, this is, I'm learning. I think I bought a longer USB connector, but I don't know where it went. You can aim down. Oh my, wait. It's too easy. Oh, it's too easy, folks. That may have been loud. All right, here's the plan. I'm gonna show people how to cook on a stainless steel pan. A lot of folks don't understand the power of stainless steel. I once was a scrub cooking on, what was it called? Cast iron. That is for absolute goblins and trolls. If you like it, fantastic. I didn't. Not a fan. Stove is a bit dirty. It is life, and I need to get my life together. I'm on an induction stove, not the biggest fan. If you don't have the bread, which I did not have the bread, to get a nice one, it's not really worth it. Because mine only goes from 1 to 10, and that's not enough fine tuning to figure out the right temperature. Also, there's no backsplash. I need to get one of those. You're supposed to buy something so that way when you're cooking meat and whatnot, and it splatters, it doesn't get over your wall. You may be able to see that, it's pretty gross. Yeah, that's pretty gross. Well, one of those things I'll add to the list of I should do, but probably won't because that's just how I operate. It's actually tragic. It's better to think less and do more. I'm trying to adopt that mentality. I might buy one of those. I might get one of those today then, if that's the plan. So I need to set a timer. Since with this stove, I don't want to turn it. What time is it? It's 1:54. With this stove, for me currently, I wait until around 10 minutes to heat it up. Takes a while, whatever. Based on your stove, you can change that. If you want to maybe heat it up a bit higher and then turn it a bit lower. But mine takes 10 minutes to get to the right temperature for the ability to not have things stick. It's called light and frost effect. Pans have to get to a certain heat, and then it essentially creates a, I don't know what it does actually. I just know that you can put water on it, makes it bead, glides across, and things don't stick as easy. That's all I know. Looking for some butter. Wait a minute. I would move. That's so sick. Oh, you saw my dirty kitchen. Man, whatever. All right, here's my goulash. Hey, you like the fridge? You like that? I get by, all right? I need to go to the grocery store. I haven't been in a while. Also, I haven't been eating much because of the whole hospital debacle. What am I looking for? I don't have much butter, do I? How? No, I lied. I was gonna say, I bought 4 sticks, and there's no way I went through that many that fast. I still have 3 left. So I like using the sticks. It just applies better in the pan. Now, granted, before what I would do is I'd take a spoon, I'd measure it all quick and easy. That's so sick. I can't go with that. All right, let's go ahead and recenter. Oh my Lord, we're already improving. Problem. Phone's on my creatine, which is also on my scale. I'll fix that. Problem solved. So, 1:54, we have 8 minutes left. I'm gonna go read some chat. I guess I could move you guys with me. This thing's kind of sick. Okay, this is my stream setup. I can't put the phone anywhere. I can't back up. What if I zoom you out? Nope, that's wrong. Oh, you can't zoom out. Well, interesting stuff. Flex on us? I'm not flexing on anyone. I flexed on you with my empty fridge. So if that's gonna hurt the feelings, I'm sorry. How many slaps would it take to cook an egg with the kinetic energy? I ain't got that kind of time. I already spend way too much of it. I'm holding my phone like an absolute dent. I need to get a longer cable. I spend way too much time doing a whole lot of nothing. Like, I think I'm being productive, but in reality, there's just so much more I could be doing. And that's just a matter of overthinking. Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna be out here slapping eggs. Quality looks spectacular. Dude, it's kind of sick. I went from having the phone stream to this, and I'm rather pleased. Still some things to work out. Need to figure out how to read chat. I think the TV is the answer, which is, you can kind of see it. I'll look up for you. It's over there. That's the TV. So ideally, maybe I can make it big enough where I can read a few sentences on the TV from the kitchen, because I can't use my phone. With this whole technology and whatnot, I'm using DJI's app, and they prevent me from...
Factors ready in 2 minutes.
App. I stand corrected. What happened? Oh, my phone's off. If I pause the stream, can I still... Yo, someone say something? Can someone type like anything real quick? Because if this works, now we're chilling. Before I couldn't open the stream. Oh my lord, we're good. Although I still can't move much. The phone can't go any place really. But I can do this now. Every time, you know? Oh, I can do this now as well. Sick. Hide user from channel. Sick. I didn't ban him because he said he was black, by the way. It was a thing before that, just so we're clear. I feel like that, yeah. It was a thing before that. Yo, Beer Fox, appreciate the membership. Welcome to Dojo. Namaste. We can both bow to, thank you. He's trying to get me in trouble. He says something out of pocket and then, cause dude, oh my, so, whatever. Anyway, this is not necessarily an ad, but for some reason, I've been eating these a lot more. I've been out of the habit of going to the gym. Again, not an ad. It sounds like one, I promise it's not. I need to try and get myself back into the gym. I'm pissed because my dad, after the whole surgery happened and whatnot, 11 days in the hospital, he told me, like one of the things he told me when I got home is it's gonna be kind of hard to get back to the gym. And I told him, nah, I'll be back as soon as I'm healed. In my defense, I'm still healing. It's been 6 weeks and my case was just rather severe, I suppose. Because I'm kind of afraid to have to do any bracing with lifting. When you lift, you brace your stomach, that way everything's kind of intact and you're not messing up your spine and stuff. I'm kind of afraid to do that at the moment. So that's my excuse. But once I get back in the gym, I probably won't be taking these gummies as much. Right now though, it's nice. Because I'm not taking electrolytes, although I probably should take those too. And I mix unflavored creatine, cheapest form you can get from any company you get it from, with electrolytes to have flavor. And that's the best way to do it. Some folks like flavored creatine, more expensive, and sometimes they have like a weird taste. I recommend unflavored. That's my spiel on the creatine. And creatine gummies, generally speaking, are a scam. But I like Ecovision, I trust them. They do a lot of testing, and the owner is very down to earth. Hashtag not an ad, but use code ODO at checkout to get you 10% off. I get nothing from creatine. The gummies maybe though, but base creatine, nah. Just do low intensity cardio while recovering. Yeah, I was doing that pretty good. Recently, now that I'm back to working, I haven't been outside as much walking. I make it a point to do at least around the block, minimum a day. I do it like after I eat too, so it's that post-walk or post-digestive walk that helps. This world bond is so realistic and kinda hot. Which war bond? There's steel veterans, and now there's steel pans. You got an assortment of 12.5-inch stainless steel pan, a few pots. Pretty deadly stuff, actually. I think it may do more damage than most primaries in the game. Is this a 360 camera? No, this is a DJI. This is actually expensive camera. It's $1,000 for the Osmo Pocket 3. There's a cheaper version, but it's not a camera itself. It uses your phone. It's $400 for that. My brother, he was hounding me to get this because I do the cooking streams. And he was right that I should probably upgrade versus just use my phone for everything. So I'm trying it out. So far, I like it a lot. I wonder if it's like jarring to have the camera move like this right now, though. Here, we'll get closer. Okay, so we started the oven or the stove at 48. It's 203. Gotta wait a bit longer still. I missed a phone pop of you drowning us in the sink. Yeah, there are some scuffed moments with the phone pop. Opinion on steel pans. The steel pans Warbond? Well, good question. So, when comparing the weapons in the steel pans Warbond, you have a few options. The two that I've unlocked so far is Heritage Steel and Maiden. Maiden, their pan warped. And a warped pan does a lot less damage than one may expect. It's really unfortunate if we're being quite honest with ourselves. I looked at their warranty, and they said once you spend your metals and whatnot, and super credits, you get no refunds past you. Technically you can, but I'm not sure how. They said if you mess it up yourself, we won't do anything for you. And I messed it up myself. But Heritage Steel, I'm pretty sure they're like, hey, if you mess up, we got you. Lifetime warranty. Yeah, anyway, this pan, it warped and I'm just very upset. It was also more expensive. How is this more expensive than my other pans? Maiden makes me a little upset. Like, how is it I bought this pen from them? Because this was before I reached out. I bought their pen, tried it, didn't like it, and then I reached out to Heritage Steel and I said, hey, I'm gonna buy your pens regardless, but if I get some free stuff, I'd love that. And they're like, sure, here's a code too. Now, don't tell me twice. What's better for making eggs, torture or crisper? That's a great question. In my garage, I have the torture. It is actually, this is the torture, and in the garage we have the crisper. Because that oven in there, it has an issue where it burns things to a crisp, which is why I got a new one. This is the torture. It has longer fuel technically, in the sense of induction, because it's an induction stove. Also, Paper Rain, thanks to $2, appreciate you. Are we using the OP crisper this stream? No. I was thinking to myself, it'd be sick to have some kind of a lighter that was in the shape of a crisper. Because you see it all the time. You see a gun that's a lighter, but those are corny. A crisper lighter would be actually sick. Yo. All right, 206. At 208, we begin. We bust out the butter. Is my creme brulee? No. When are you getting back to the gym? Once I feel a bit better. Like I said earlier, my bracing is not... If I flex my abdomen, it's not comfortable. You can't hear me chew, right? Awesome. Only barely? That's not bad. I'll move the mic. Well, I'll hold it for now, actually. Cooking stream? Yeah, I brought it back. It's been a while. Last one happened, I'm not sure how long ago. I wish much luck to your brother's business. There's a heart icon blocking the thing you said after that. Love you, tube. Put my order soon. Hey, thank you. And he pulled the trigger on that, something serious, out of nowhere. He basically he was talking about the idea of it, and then a week later he spent an ungodly amount of money on a sewing machine or an embroidery machine. And since then, he has been grinding. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do what I do now. So I figured it's not that I have to help, I just want to help. So I'm trying to put the word out there. The main thing that he's looking for, like, he obviously loves just making stuff for people, but the real money is for businesses. So I think he's asked me to sort of try my best to try and put the idea out there that if anyone has like a business or looking for shirts, hats, patches, that I should let them know that he can do those things. But cool thing is, if I have any crazy ideas for merch and whatnot, I can have that get done, and then he can sell it. And I told him that I don't want to cut until he makes a lot of money. I'm not going to sit here and have him make a crazy investment, be working towards paying it off, and at the same time I'm saying, hey dude, go ahead and give me my cut for the sales. Like, I don't care. He keeps asking me about it. I tell him every single time, I don't want that. Let's go ahead and take a selfie with my pan. All right. So, plan is to not freaking manhandle this. The plan. I'm an idiot. I usually do this like way different. Normally what I do, I have hash browns going. I have no hash browns. You go to the store, and that's in the oven, and it makes a whole different process. And then once the hash browns are ready to put in the oven, I start that, set a timer, start some vegetables as well. But I didn't do any of that stuff because I don't have any hash browns. So my process is messed up. Tragedy. Hello? Hello? What kind of name is that? The Doe family is a bunch of entrepreneurs? Nah. My brother is the most entrepreneurial, entrepreneur. He's the person trying to make a business for himself, the hardest out of all of us. Entrepreneurial. Yeah. That's a word. That's a word. I don't like that word. That's a word we should remove from the dictionary. TBH. It's not even a big word, it's just a weird word. Onomatopoeia is a big word. Wait, entrepreneur. You know, it's a weird word. I don't like that weird word. You can see this, but you can't see. It's just too easy. It's simply too easy. All right, I do 7 eggs a day. That's where I'm at right now. So we'll go ahead and crack those in here. This pan's gonna be ripping hot. This may be a failure of a stream in terms of the eggs not sticking because I messed up the process. And like I said, I don't love induction. It gives you a lot less flexibility in the heat you wanna use if you don't have a really fancy one that can go between, let's say, 1, 1.5, and so on and so forth. Mine just goes from 1 to 2. Well, 1 to 10. There's no decimals. So if I overheat it, time-wise, it's GG. Okay, I guess I could do face tracking for this, but I fixed it. I fixed it. I need to think about how I'm gonna do chat in a future stream, because the TV, I'd be looking over like this, all dented like. I want to be more interactive versus just cracking stuff, talking to myself, but we make do. We make do. Now, I don't know if it's that cleanly. Cleanly, it's probably not, but I haven't gotten sick. I just crack the eggs. I barely get eggs on my hand, and I just rinse off real quick and wipe it with a towel. I haven't gotten sick. I ain't saying y'all should do that. It's just what I do. We have a problem. You're blocking my silverware. Just kidding, I got the most important fork. It was the only one in reach. Son of a biscuit. Ah, too easy, too easy, too easy. Is it moving up? No, it's not. All right, I always crack the egg yolks and then start whisking. I'm not the best whisker. This bowl's kind of big. Technically, I got... This is gonna be a terrible idea. Listen, we could get fancy. Thoughts, questions, concerns? I'll give it a gander. That's disgusting. I don't like that. Feels weird, looks weird, sounds weird. Wasting my yolk. All right, that was a mistake. Duly noted. Learned a valuable lesson. And the frog, aww. Man down, man down. Gonna be here for ages. There's gotta be a faster way. The technique is just not there. For some reason, everyone else that I've seen whisk eggs is a god, and I just don't have the technique form, the will or the way to get her done in a more efficient manner. Like, it gets done. I just feel like I could be better about it. Been whisking eggs dang near daily for years now. Maybe it's the amount of eggs. I don't really see too many folks whisking 7 eggs at a time. And if they do, they don't show. Or other people eat this many eggs. They just don't show the whisking process because they're also ashamed. They're not a whisk master. All right. I'm gonna go rinse off this fork real quick. I feel like I could put the camera back further, but at a certain point, you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Oh, I could also zoom in. Wait a second. Enhance. Enhance. That's weird. Dehance. Y'all can't really see what's happening, huh? Well. Nah, maybe we do enhance. Just not that much. That's good. I think that's good. I don't have the over stove camera enabled. What culinary school did you go to? Well, the school of not having a whole lot of money to order fast food indefinitely. That's the school. And the school of probably having slightism to the point that I eat the same food every day. Maybe we didn't call it that, but there's something about me where I can just eat the same foods constantly. Okay. I'm gonna measure this butter real quick. Mode, grams. I'm gonna show y'all what the measurement is. All right. Oh, I can't go that far. Well. All right. You can't see it. It says 124. We see that? I think we do. Okay. Oh, the reason why the camera angle's scuffed, I can't move my phone. That's what it is. If I could, this would be so much better. 124 grams of butter. All right. Pan selfie. Sick. Like I said, this has been heating for a while now because I've made mistakes, so results may vary. I just, you know. So 124 grams. Actually, it was less than that, but Now we're at 120 grams. That's not that much butter. I believe, oh God. It's so hot. I think that's like maybe 40 calories of butter. So it is not a big deal. What's funny too, you know how folks use sprays for their meals and whatnot? If you read what the spray can says, it's essentially X amount of calories. It's always low, but it's for like the smallest amount of spraying. Like, oh, spray the can for a quarter second and it's 5 calories. Folks are not spraying a quarter second. And how do you measure that? How do you measure? Are you timing yourself? Are you like using an editing software, recording yourself doing it, and then going back and saying, all right, sick. I counted the frames. That's about 10 frames of spraying the spray olive oil. That's about 30 calories. Look at me go. All right, I'll have you know, I messed it up, but it's still doing well. And again, induction stove, a cheap induction stove, which equals not the best situation for stainless steel, and I'm making it work. The eggs are not burnt. The butter was kind of getting burnt though, because the stove was super hot. That's getting kind of burnt. This is just so hot. I think I started it at 158 and it's like 219, so I had it going for way too long, which is my fault. It's crazy because it's on setting 4. If I go setting 3, I don't think it'd have enough oomph to cook things the way I'd like them to be cooked. Like you put anything on it and it cooks it initially, and then after a while it just loses the power to keep cooking it. Listen, don't judge the look of the eggs, just judge whether or not they stick that much to the pan in this case. Because it's not my best work. But they ain't sticking. I miss the old stove so badly. One of my goals right now is to try and get a stove sponsorship or something along those lines. First, I should probably get a graphics card sponsorship or a PC something. Find a way to get that going, because I do think it'd be cooler if I could just post higher quality videos. And the only thing I really have to change right now, aside from just learning and improving, is my hardware. Okay, now that these are burnt to a crisp. Sorry. Boom. Bada bing. That's on the ground. But see, look. That's a pretty clean plate. Oh, these have to go in the trash or on the ground. Oh no. Oh, they're in the trash. Oh, you can't drop food on the floor. You can't eat anymore. It's terrible. Oh no. Hey. And now, rinse your pan. Easy. Takes like 2 seconds. Takes like a little bit more than 2 seconds. But it's super easy to clean stainless steel, man. And let's say you're making ground beef and you have a bunch of burnt bits. It's ideal you have some kind of a liquid to get that off. You could use water if you don't have a plan for some sauces or something. So if nothing else, water works. But I kind of like using something to make a sauce, because then I have less stuff going into my sink. And if you ever have grease in a pan, pour it into some tinfoil that is lined in a cup or a bowl, and then put it in the trash. Because grease or oil will eventually turn into a solid. You don't want that in your sink. I mean, brother. I love stainless steel. I use these pans every day. I've been using them for, it hasn't been a year yet. It's been a while. And I use the pots for vegetables. That's basically what I want to show you today though. That's the main. I hear dumping the damn plate. I feel like it's pretty educational. Even though I've done this a lot so far. I've done a lot of streams where I just make eggs. I've been debating on expanding my horizons, but I'm gonna not. I can't not eat eggs. They're just so good for you. It's crazy. Oh, I think one of the things that contributed to my appendicitis, if you're taking vitamin D3, be careful of the dosage. I had vitamin D toxicity, I think 2 weeks after my appendix ruptured, which is crazy because I wasn't taking vitamin D in the hospital. So it just goes to show that I probably had insane levels at the time of the rupture. Just a little food for thought. This camera, oh, it zoomed in like crazy. No wonder. I was like, holy smokes. Why is it a freaking close-up like that? How much are you taking? I was taking 10,000 IUs, and some days I would take 20,000 on accident because I didn't know it was 10,000. I remember buying 5,000 IUs, and if I took two, it'd be like 10, it'd be 10,000. So it's not a huge deal in my mind. I'm not a doctor. So I think 20,000 IUs somewhat consistently, and that was very, very bad. But even then, I fell off in terms of usage. Like I wasn't taking it every day after a while. And the reason why I started taking it was because my doctor recommended I needed more daylight or more vitamin D. So I figured, hey, I'll supplement. I initially bought 5,000 IUs, and then I guess I bought 10,000 at one point and just forgot. So be careful with supplements, especially in that case. I was kind of, dude, if that's the reason, I'm pissed. Vitamin D's nuts. Fair enough. Smoking too much creatine? No. What's crazy is they didn't even really talk about my creatinine levels. When you take creatine, it normally spikes your creatinine, which is, it would be worrying if they didn't know why it was spiking. But creatine does that. It just makes that level higher. But in the hospital, there was no mention of that whenever I got my labs done. Dude, I'm freaking amped on this camera, actually. Holy smokes. I like that you can move your face with it. Like you can just do this. That's pretty godlike. Man, my brother was right. He was right to get this. They're not bad. I must have a little bit though. The last thing I'm trying to do is freaking munch in y'all's ears. Well, that's a snap, it's different. Head tracking, yeah. It tracks you around. But the thing I like about it though, it's not so much that, it's not so much the head tracking is amazing. I just love that you can also tilt down like this. It looks goofy in the moment, but if I'm a one-man show, I can tilt down and then boom, new camera angle. For like the food, for instance. Now ideally, I want to get a setup to where I have like a stream deck in the kitchen. I can press it and change to a camera that's over the stove. So it looks a bit more presentable. You have a better close-up of what's happening. Munch away? Nah. I'm a pretty tidy eater. But I'll be like on TikTok scrolling, and you're into like mukbangers and whatnot. And if they're smacking, first of all, I don't love watching those. Sometimes I'll do it for the people that like you already see their content and like personality, so it's just funny to hear what they say about the food. But like the true mukbangers, I don't know how folks are just lining up to hear them all their food. What's the camera? This is an Osmo Pocket 3. It's $1,000. There's a handheld version or a different version that is $400, but it doesn't come with the camera. It comes with the tracking technology and a gimbal, but not the camera itself. It uses your phone essentially for the cheaper one. I dropped the bread because I figured I've been doing cooking streams for a while. I've sold about $400 in pans, so like my take home, and like thousands of pans, like thousands of dollars in pans for them. And I'm doing it because I actually like the pans, by the way. I'm weird like that. I promote things I actually care about. I know it's a crazy concept. Egg, yo, detail links to it too. Appreciate you. I need to get some set up to where I can look at the chat somewhere. Like maybe, my phone's wired to it. It had to be like a different device. It's a pretty crazy improvement. It's all thanks to my brother. He has some wild ideas. Sometimes I don't give him enough credit. I think he's a bit crazy, but it worked out. So, do you dress your stainless pans? No. This is, maybe people are supposed to, but all I do, I look at pan, I heat up stove with pan. Once pan gets hot enough, I put something in it. If I'm cooking ground beef, I put nothing in it. I put the ground beef on the pan once it's hot, and I recommend experimenting to figure out what temperature is right for you, because your stove is different than mine most likely. But for eggs, for instance, if you want to figure out how to cook eggs so they don't stick to the pan, you want to use butter for eggs or some kind of an oil, something that will create a layer between the pan and the eggs. But heat up your pan to a point where you can put water in it and it will bead across the surface. I probably should have shown that in this stream. Next time. That's my bad. But when that happens, it's the light and frost effect, and that's what allows you to cook on stainless steel and have things not stick at all, actually. And for ground beef, I like to not use anything because then I get a stronger stick, and eventually it'll unstick itself. Well, technically I have to scrape it, but even still, it gives it like a nice, I wouldn't say a bark, but it gives it a nice crust. It's that Maillard reaction. The browning of the meat, it's a lot better than having your meat look gray. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff you do with this. And I never season it. I love the simpleness of stainless steel. Cooking it, clean it with water and soap and a sponge versus like, cast iron. You're not supposed to clean it like that. And it bothers me. I'm like I wouldn't say a neat freak, but there's certain things that I want to be a certain way. And that's one of them. I want to be able to clean my pan versus having it stay seasoned. So I love stainless steel, man. Will you start making cooking videos on this channel? I'm debating on it. I want to do a couple of things. It's just a matter of actually doing it. If I could record, like for instance, if I could record fitness videos, I would probably post them on my main channel. I don't care. I'm not the person, I don't like the idea of having multiple channels, even though it would make sense. I like to just post what I do on one because the algorithm does most of the work for you anyway. Like the majority of the people that watch my content, they see it from their homepage, usually. But cooking stuff, I think I've already posted one before. But that was like a GoPro. It looked weird. The GoPro looks kind of strange, just like always moving around. This is more stable, even though it is kind of. I can turn it off though. Boom. Well, I'll fix it. There it is. Now we fixed it. And so I got the Osmo Pocket 3 with the Creator Bundle, which is why it was so expensive. It's like $1,000. It comes with its own mic that connects to the recording thing itself, and that just helps me a lot because certain things aren't compatible. Pan's naked. The pan is naked. I love steaks on cast iron. My brother's so big into cast iron. Like he cooks everything on it, and his is seasoned pretty good. He has a small cast iron pan for eggs, a large cast iron for all kinds of other stuff. Like cast iron's good. I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me. And I wasn't going to sit there and finesse it to the point that maybe I enjoy it. Whenever stainless steel, I just like fell in love. Don't cooking eggs is crazy. Hey, bro. Well, my eggs getting cold is crazy. I'm going to have to go and eat this soon. Normally I have 7 eggs, 3 hash browns, and I have a bowl of frozen vegetables. I'll probably end up getting a grocery haul tomorrow and doing another stream soon like this with the whole process. A good tone / voice for cooking. Helldivers themed dishes if you got a tie-in. I mean, Helldivers themed dishes. I don't think that I can graduate to that level of creativity quite yet. My eggs came out a little burnt right now. Out here making Wilbur stew, Hunter creme brulee. That'd be fancy though. Maybe Arrowhead will hire you as the planetary super chef. How about they hire me as someone that tests the difficulty in the game? Like let me see how things work, and they just ask me questions like what'd you discover about this? How does it feel? Let me QA test for bread. No helldivers? Well, not from this. I'll play helldivers like after I eat my food, probably. I had to eat something, so I figured may as well stream it, make the food. My thing is dying, I think. Something's blinking red. All right, folks. I believe that is it for now. Hopefully, you learned something. If you didn't, unfortunate, but I plan on doing a more in-depth one of these soon. I'll be playing some Helldivers 2 tonight, so peep that if you want to. And thank y'all for watching. Have a good day or night. Laters. Okay, I have no idea to end this, so just bear with me. I think I go to DJI Mimo. Oh, it says in live stream.